the Antichrist. You got me in a vendetta kind of mood.
Yes, you do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Colonoscopy Day. Or Eve. Welcome to the live lineup where you get my show, all these other great shows you see scrolling by for free. And now you get Glenn Greenwald live right here at 7 p.m. right after my show. If you want to watch it all ad-free, you sign up for Rumble Premium. And don't forget to download the Rumble app. Today, I will be hitting on the subjects of, well, Trump did 60 Minutes, and Norah O'Donnell kept cutting him off and showing no respect. And I've so had it. I'm almost this close to bailing on politics and just, but, you know, when you do comedy and it's supposed to do stuff that you feel strongly about, it's where it leads me back to every time. I'm just tired of the left, their childish fucking ways, and I really am ready to die. I'm 63, no fucking kids. I almost hope it spills into the street. I'm ready to fucking be shot or shoot somebody. Who's with me? I'm not condoning that. That's bad behavior. It's the only way the world's evolved over the last 1,000 years. Anyways, so how I got that from 60 Minutes and Trump, I have no idea. John Brennan, you know who he is, right? Mr. fucking Russia disinformation. Yeah, well, he snapped this weekend. And he's a miserable prick. That's saying a lot. SNL, I'm going to give him props. They did a funny sketch on the mayoral race, which is, they're voting today, right? All over the country and in New York and some city. But they did a funny thing with the Mondami and Cuomo, and it was a good sketch. And I found that it was well written and funny, so we'll fucking show you that. Also, what's going on in England? We knew. I just look at it and go, well, the West is lost. And that's all there is to that. And I'm going to show you some World Series clips because it was just that good. Me and Dallas would talk about it, and I go, that's why I watch sports. You know? I mean, that's why October, I wait for it every year. The 11 other months, I'm just pretending to enjoy life. Then October comes along, and it's Christmas for sports fans. World Series goes to 7 games. The 7th game was as good as it gets. And it's not scripted, and it's why I love sports. It really happened. Some of the shit that happened, you'd go, if that was in a movie, you're like, oh, come on. The guy makes the basket at the last second. But that shit happens all the time. But it's so much more fulfilling when it's not Gene Hackman coaching some fucking, and it's an actual guy or somebody hitting a home run in the 9th to tie the world. I mean, Jesus. Again, I'm talking to straight fellas and chicks. I'm just saying, when we're kids, most of us played Little League, played football, whatever, high school, college. I'm living vicariously through these people. But how many of us were in the backyard pretending to hit the game's World Series home run over your house or whatever? These fuckers live it. And they live it. And it's just, I'll never get tired of it. Anyways, so that's what the show is about. How was your Halloween? I had to run to Walgreens and get more candy. And we fuck it. I mean, our front closet, if you opened it, you could be crushed by bags of candy when the night started. It is the most, and it was in the article in the paper that said, it mentions Washington Avenue being the most popular street on Halloween because it goes forever. And every house is like equidistant. It's perfect. And it's safe and it's clean. And once again, 90% of my trick-or-treaters are young black kids and it just gives me hope for the world. They behave, they say thank you, they say you know what I mean? They're just, I sound like Biden. Yeah, they shower, they're clean, they're eloquent. They said trick-or-treat, they didn't say trick-or-treat, and stuff like that. It means a lot to me. But seriously, you got the young parents out there, and there were some Hispanic ones in there too. And they ask if they could take pictures on the lawn with, Pennywise. And, it's my favorite day or night of the year. And, again, I'm sitting out there with a mason jar. Everybody thinks it's, Diet Coke. And it's, 3/4 Bacardi. And I'm 3 sheets to the wind. And it's one of my favorite nights of the year in the most haunted city. And it's my favorite. It's my favorite holiday. I mean, Thanksgiving was great when you were little and you had your family over and you football and Christmas and all that shit, but something about Halloween, especially here, it's a lot of fucking fun. And then, of course, I think I ate a bag of candy yesterday to prepare for the colonoscopy. I'm like, yeah, you were going to go up in there? Good luck. You're going to find 1,000 fucking fun-sized Snickers, and you're not going to be able to tell if it's poop or Snickers. Good luck with that. Anybody know what's going on with Dan Bongino? I saw a clip of him this morning. I don't know when he put it up. And he was all teary-eyed and saying, I'll see you on the other side. And I know he had cancer a few years ago, which he overcame. I don't know if there's a reoccurrence and he got bad news. It was really... But like Dallas said, you'd think you'd see it all over but maybe he hasn't let everybody know yet. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. You know what I mean? We need all the Bonginos we can get. Also, before I forget, you guys might already know this. There's a documentary on Martin Scorsese's life on, I think it's Apple TV, and oh my God, is it good. I think it's 5 episodes. We watched 3 I said, I don't want to watch. I said, let's savor it. I didn't want to run through all 5, which I could have. It's so goddamn good. It's showing where he grew up in the village in Manhattan, which again, all the neighborhoods were my stomping grounds for the last 20 years when I was living in New York. That's where the Comedy Cellar is, NYU, and you just see these streets. But he's growing back up, and it's in the 40s, and there's footage of his family and his crazy Italian uncle who was always getting in trouble. They interview one of his closest friends was a guy that last name was Eurico, U-R-I-C-O, Robert Eurico. I think he's passed away since, but he's in the documentary. His brother, Eurico's brother, is the character in Mean Streets that De Niro plays, Johnny Boy, the crazy guy, based on him. Oh, I'm excited. Based on him, and they interview him. When's the last time you saw Mean Streets? It's as good as anything Scorsese did. De Niro plays this wacky fucking guy who gambles. He bets and gets in hot water with the boys and doesn't even give a shit. He's just crazy. I'll pay you when I get to you, and just nuts. And this guy, they interview him. It's based on, and it's tremendous. Again, I watched 3 episodes. Felt like it was 5 minutes each. They were so good. But the Italian family and Scorsese's mom is in it a lot, not as an actress or her being interviewed, and she sounds just like she does in Goodfellas. Oh, when I went and saw Mean Streets, I couldn't believe the language. I yelled at him after. We didn't use that in the house. All the guys are like, yeah, but when we left the house, that's how we fucking talk. You guys are gonna eat it up. It's such a great Italian American story, success story, and how he became, the Antichrist. Hollywood didn't want to touch him because he was, and big actors and actresses saw his work, and then they're like, well, he's the hot thing in New York. I want to be, and their agents. I swear to God, the business never changes. They're like, nah, you work with him, you're finished, because the big studios didn't like that this guy was doing independent films and touched a nerve. And John Cassavetes gave him advice, and they interview the guy that wrote Taxi Driver, Paul Schrader, who's this big guy with a bulbous nose, and he's kind of slurring. He sounds drunk in the interview. Crazy as shithouse rap, and he wrote the fucking story, and he was bragging how well Scorsese did with it, and it's tremendous. If you don't like that stuff, you're girly. Did you hear that? No. I don't know why I say that. Well, I do. Oh.
You one crazy motherfucking wop, man.
You know how many times Scorsese heard that from agents and shit? Then he got into his drug phase and, anyways. All right. Halloween. Like I said, I've never enjoyed, I think I enjoy it more as an adult living here in Savannah. And like I said, our house is like, people were pulling up for a week before Halloween to see the shit, at my wife. I went shopping with her. I paid for the shit. I helped pick it out. My mother's like, Andy did all that? I'm like, well, I brought it down from the attic. Yeah, but all the wires and shit. I said, there's an outlet on the side of the fucking house. Jesus Christ, anything to make me look like an asshole, huh, Ma? That's my relationship with my mom. But people were stopping by weeks before going, oh my God. Dallas, did I tell you the guy that tried to give Andy $20? Andy looks out, somebody fucking bangs on our door. Andy looks out the window, and the guy was walking away, and then Andy opened the door, and he turned around. Are you the one that did the it thing? And my wife's like, yeah. Here, take this. And he's kind of off. He's kind of a weird... He's got a $20 bill in an envelope. He gives it to Andy. And he walks away, and he goes, it's worth it. We're like, what is he talking about? He liked the shit so much, I guess, the movie and the... Excuse me. And, so we have him. I go, I'm glad we got him. He's going to come back and slaughter us. He's a big fan of horror, apparently.
Just helping you pay your electric bill.
Yep. Yeah. That's what I said. I said, give me that. She goes, where you going? I said, downtown. That's 2 beers. 3 beers. Anyways. So here's a quick... this is my favorite one of all the shit we had on the front yard. Fucking, who came up with this little sick thing? First of all, the music creeps me out. Look, this is the night's just getting started. Notice I'm nowhere to be found. Filming from the window in the living room. Andy's out there greeting the kids and whatnot. Anyway, I can't believe we're done with that run of Thanksgiving. I know. Dallas, you guys are probably sick of hearing talking about... I still hear my Uncle Bob's voice. He goes to me. This is like 25 years ago. I'm still in my 30s, and he's talking about him dying or whatever. And he goes, you think about it all the time. I go, oh, thanks. What the fuck's the hurry? My Uncle Bob lived till he was 90-something. Told you he was fucking scuba diving in his late 70s. We had to make him quit. Crazy bastard. Then he got hit by a fucking car riding his bike when he was 89. And that one sort of did him in. We all predicted it. It sort of took a lot out of him. Anyways, Unc. Is that it for Halloween? It's enough. Again, I can't wait till they look at my colon and find Butterfingers. Hey, you don't have Butterfingers, do you? I got to use my line that I always use. Doc, right before they knock you out, I go, if you find a Lee press on nail, don't tell my wife. I use it all the time. This is a new doctor, so it's new on him. I can't wait for the propofol. That buzz right before you go out, it's almost worth it. It's almost worth being anally raped. By the way, the doctor's last name is Lord. I know, there's something wrong there. I got the Lord going up my ass. Oh! Hey, get out of here. Paulie, are you still going to church? I'm doing the Sopranos. Paulie Walnut's mother goes, you still going to church? And he looks at her and he goes, fuck that voodoo. All right, Trump was on 60 Minutes. I don't even have a story for it. I just wanted to put it on because he hasn't done it in a while. And if you remember correctly, she's still a good-looking broad, by the way. Still a real C. I'd like to shave her head. But you remember he sued Paramount, the company that owns CBS, the parent company, after the Kamala Harris did a horrible interview on 60, and they edited it to make it sound better, and Trump and won. So I think he brought that up. I don't know if he brought it up in the clip I chose, but here's some of, and just, why does it have to be so adversarial? Honestly, I don't remember Fox News when Obama was president being so jumping down his throat. But you said this, you said that. She doesn't even let him finish a sentence. She cuts him off. Fucking. Anyways, here's some Trump talking to this.
We're doing really well.
Can I ask you, Mr. President?
Hey, I'm not finished
when the stock market is doing well, that doesn't affect everybody. Not everybody's invested in the stock market.
It does.
But there have been grocery prices are up.
401ks. People have 401ks. Their 401ks are double what they were a year ago.
But for people that don't have 401ks or are not invested in the stock.
See the instinct? The instinct. Yeah, but most people do. But how about the homeless guy laying in his shit, Mr. Trump? He doesn't have a Well, is that my fault? Or did he make some bad decisions in his life? Grow the fuck up. I'm in a rare mood today, by the way. You'd be like this too, knowing you're going to get anally raped. Drugged up and raped. For Christ's sake, I might as well be going to my senior prom. Remember, Diane? All right, listen. I didn't sleep well. Surprise, surprise, and I'm miserable on top of it. The NFL, by the way, fuck that. I'm glad I'm not a real gambler. It's the most parody in the worst way. I think 5 fucking. Look at me. That's what I do. I digress. I think 5 favorites got beat outright. I mean, it's just a parody of dog shit. Anyways, he looks good, by the way. You notice? He doesn't have the orange look anymore. They even fixed that.
He also got some sleep.
He got some sleep. We think. He says he doesn't. I picture him hanging upside down like Grandpa Munster when he slept. Remember? That's how I picture Trump, wide awake, reading a book. His hair is better. He's cleaned up his hair a little bit. He looks good. He's thinner. I think he's fucking, I'm telling you, man. Anyways, back to the whore.
Market.
But
they've seen their grocery prices go up. Inflation.
No, you're wrong. They went up under
stay
Biden.
calm?
Right now, they're going down.
Sir.
Other than beef, which we're working on, which we can solve very
Speaking of
quickly.
beef, Nora.
On the economy, the signature part of your economic plan is tariffs. The Supreme Court is going to hear arguments this week on whether you have the authority to impose these sweeping tariffs without congressional approval. The
Good-looking
lower
broad. I
courts
like it.
have ruled
Look.
against you. That's why it's at the Supreme Court right now.
Very close rulings, yeah.
What happens to your economic plan if the Supreme Court invalidates your tariffs?
I think our country will be immeasurably hurt. I think our economy will go to hell. Look, because of tariffs, we have the highest stock market we've ever had. Because of tariffs, 401ks at the highest level and this is millions and millions of people that we've ever had, 401ks. I think it's the most important subject discussed by the Supreme Court in 100 years.
I know your time is limited, so I do want to make sure I get through more of these topics.
Sure.
Immigration. You campaigned on immigration. You largely won the election on a promise to
a
close
great
the
job,
border,
don't you think?
and you succeeded
Yeah.
on that. Illegal crossings at the southern border are at a 55-year low. More recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood,
Yeah.
and the smashing of car windows.
Yeah,
Have
pause.
some of these
First of all, thank you for putting those 3 in context. Even Joe Rogan, fucking Joe, you falling for it again? Joe's like, I'm really disappointed what I'm seeing. If you remember, before he even took office this time, he said, it's going to look rough. And do you know what he meant by that? I can't believe we still have to explain to people in this country. The fucking mainstream media, which is the media other than Fox and a couple other outlets. Do you understand? They have been anti-Republican, anti-traditionalist, anti-right-wing for their existence. Do you understand they're a propaganda arm of the fucking Democrat Party? They're going to cherry pick shit like this. Oh, tackling a single mom. You're going to fill us in on why they were breaking that window? Or and there's Joe Rogan going, apparently now one of the biggest voices in politics. Well, he helped get him elected. And he's falling for it again, going, yeah, they said they were going to go after the bad people. They said they were going to go mass deportation. Not just the bad people, anybody who here illegally. Quit pretending you don't fucking know that. And the fucking media is going to show you shit like that. They don't show you, I've seen 3 clips of shit being thrown at the fucking ICE agents and hit with rocks and bottles and shit. Why don't you run that on a fucking loop? That's it, folks. If you want to watch the whole show live and free, go to Rumble and sign up for free. And while you're at it, go to nickdip.com for tour dates and merch. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi. Good night, everybody.